John Chell is a retired NYPD chief of department, and he's declared he's running for New York City mayor in 2029. So good to have you. This is an exciting announcement. First off, you have so much experience with the NYPD. What makes you the best candidate in terms of the experience running the Big Apple?
Easy. I'm a kid from Brooklyn that did what every other kid did. I joined the police department, 32 years. I know the city very well. I gave it all for the city. I actually ran something. And I know what New York City is all about and what they want and what they expect. And I can tell you what they don't expect is socialism. This doesn't work. It won't work. Nothing is free in this world. Everybody pays. So over the years, people ask me, John, you should run for something. And I say, you know what? I'm going to get involved and I'm going to run. And for the people that think that it's a long shot, well, great. There was a guy who came down an escalator that everyone laughed at. Now we call him 45 and 47, President Trump. There was a guy from Queens, we really couldn't pronounce his name, polling got 1%, and now we call him Mayor Mandami. So anything is possible if with the working.
Well, one thing that has been impossible for Mayor Mamdani is to follow up on all the promises of free stuff that he made. So that's what I want to know from you. What would you do differently? Because if you say we're going to make the New York City Police Department the highest paid, we're going to expand it to 40,000 officers, where does the money come from?
Well, we have to take a look at this ballooning budget of $126 billion, and the next 3 years under this mayor will be an additional $22 billion in the hole. So you got to look at what we're spending, how we're spending it, line by line, and make those adjustments. Cut out the fat, cut out the waste. It's good to be benevolent and give people a break who need it, but you got to take a look at all that before you can spend any money, and then see what's actually coming in and going out.
Can I
just
follow up on that? So I get that. That's what you've got to do. But where would you look? I mean, it seems that anytime you try to, cut something in New York City, people can show you a lot of times, proof. We really need this. We really need that. It's gotten bad here. So where would you look to make those cuts?
Well, anywhere where we're spending money, all the free stuff, all the social services, the free rent that's now ballooning to over $2 billion. Let's look for the waste, fraud, and abuse. Let's support business if it income. Don't chase business out of here. Don't villainize capitalism. Don't villainize the billionaires. 1% pays what, 45, 47%? We need the business. We can't chase people to Florida. We need people to stay here. We need business to grow. We need the tax income. And you need public safety to encapsulate all of that, because without public safety and good quality of life vis-a-vis public services, you're not going to get any of this. So it's going to be a tall task, but as far as paying the NYPD, they are the best in the business. And we have the greatest teachers. We have the greatest civil servants in the city. So let's focus on them. And my number two issue, public housing. $80 billion they need to fix public housing, about 300,000 residents. What about them? Why do we forget about them? So, listen, this isn't going to be easy. This is a tall task here. But we got to course correct this city back to when we were growing up. Moderate Republicans, moderate Democrats. Let's have a discussion. Let's fix this thing.
So, Chief Chell, why are you running as an independent? And also, why are you announcing now, since the race isn't until, I believe, 2029, so we have some time here?
Why not? And I like being in the middle. I'm from the mentality of a Brooklyn kid. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. What ideology that falls into, quite frankly, I don't care. So I don't want to put labels on things. And people have been telling me, well, you can't run as an independent. Well, watch me. I'm going to stay right in the middle and try to do the right thing by this city and listen to everybody. And I think people are yearning for people in the middle. They're tired of the fringe left. They're tired of the fringe right. Let's get to those tabletop issues and help New York City.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.